In the year 2000, Tiger Woods had one of the greatest seasons of golf ever seen. He won 9 PGA tournaments, including 3 of the 4 majors, and it propelled him to worldwide fame. This record-breaking season is one of the most impressive feats in sports history, and many thought it would never be replicated again. That was until this year, where golfing superstar Scottie Scheffler might be on track to match it. He's won 6 tournaments so far this year, including 2 huge wins at both the Masters and the Olympics. In the most competitive and talented era of golf ever, Scottie Scheffler has cemented himself as the best golfer in the world. And with that in mind, there's only one question left to ask. Whose season was better? Tiger Woods or Scottie Scheffler? Now, if you're familiar with Tiger's run of form in the early 2000s, then you might think this isn't even a debate. And you're right. In just an 18-month stretch, Tiger Woods won 14 of the 25 tournaments he attended, even bringing home 4 consecutive major trophies. No one, not even Tiger later in his career, has matched that level of dominance over such a long period of time. But for today's video, we're going to focus strictly on the best calendar year. So who had the better season from January to December? From trophies won to records broken. We'll even dive into some advanced metrics to truly find out which player was more dominant. And the answer is a lot closer than you might think. Tiger Woods' 2000 season and Scottie Scheffler's 2024 campaign share a lot of similarities. Both players were entering their 5th year as a professional, and had already established themselves as 2 of the best golfers on the planet. While both had their own unique playstyle, Scheffler and Tiger both dominate in one main category: ball striking. Tiger Woods is regarded as one of the best iron players in the history of golf. His precision and accuracy with the clubs was unrivaled. He made difficult shots look effortless thanks to his incredible control and distance management. Prior to his 2000 season, Tiger Woods spent a year and a half remodeling his entire swing. He simplified his stroke, standing more upright and lessening his windup. These minor changes elevated his iron game even more and improved his driving consistency too. Tiger hit a solid 71.2% of his fairways in the 2000 campaign and led the tour in greens and regulation at a whopping 75%, the highest in recorded history. To top it off, Woods maintained a tour scoring average of 67.8, the lowest in history. Tiger actually holds the 5 lowest scoring averages in a season by himself. Well, at least he did, until Scottie Scheffler. Scheffler holds a scoring average of 68.4 this season, putting him at number 4 all time. And his ball striking stats match up to Tiger as well. Scottie is widely considered the best ball striker on tour, possibly the best since Tiger himself. He is extremely accurate with his irons and off the tee, and his ability to manage distance is almost unbelievable.
339, 340.8.
Scottie's hit 67% of his fairways so far this season, and leads the tour in GIR percentage at 73. And Scottie's advanced metrics are even more impressive. He leads the tour in strokes gained at 2.5, far ahead of everyone except Xander Schauffele. He ranks 3rd off the tee, 1st in approach to the green, and 9th around the green. However, the one area Scottie struggles in is his putting. He is incredibly inconsistent on the greens, and it's cost him dearly years prior.
Okay.
His strokes gained stat is barely above average, and is the main difference between Scheffler and Tiger. Tiger was known for his incredible clutch putting, and has a host of amazing moments on the green throughout his career, and his 2000 season was no different. While strokes gained was not a stat commonly measured during the time, Tiger was by far the best putter on tour. He seemed to thrive in the big moments, and was always able to sink a putt when it mattered. This made Tiger nearly unstoppable during the 2000 season. He pushed his strokes gained to 3.5 through 20 tournaments, the highest any player has achieved in a calendar year. And he got started right away in January. Tiger won the very first tournament of the season at the Mercedes Championship, defeating Ernie Els in a playoff after sinking a long 40-foot birdie putt.
What do you think about that?
This extended Tiger's win streak to 5 tournaments, and he'd make it a 6th in a row at Pebble Beach, coming back from 5 strokes down in the final round to win. Tiger recorded his 3rd win of the season at the Bay Invitational in March, and then finished runner-up at the Players' Championship just a week later. Scottie's 2024 campaign started off a bit slower. He secured a few top 5 placements in January and February, and then won his first tour event in March at the Arnold Palmer Invitational. This win kickstarted Scheffler's incredible run of form as he won the Players' Championship just a week later, shooting a bogey-free 64 on the final rounds to complete a 5-stroke comeback. 2 weeks later, Scheffler was inches away from a 3rd straight win, but missed a birdie putt on 18 to force a playoff and finished tied for 2nd. Scottie continued his dominant form at the Masters, winning by 4 strokes to claim his 2nd green jacket and the first major of the season. He capped it off with a win at the RBC Heritage Open, his 4th victory on tour in just 41 days, winning 2 of the biggest tournaments of the year in the process. As for Woods, he failed to capture the Masters jacket in 2000, but picked up his 4th win of the year at the Memorial Tournament. But his biggest win came at the US Open. Tiger Woods' US Open run is still considered one of the most dominant tournament victories of all time. Not only was he the only player in the field to finish under par, he won by a whopping 15 strokes, finishing at -12, the highest margin of victory ever at a major tournament. At the Open Championship, Tiger put on another commanding performance, shooting 19 under at St. Andrews and winning by 8 strokes to claim his 6th victory of the year. In August, Woods looked on track to win his 3rd straight major at the PGA Championships. He led wire to wire up until the final round, when he got into a back-and-forth battle against Bob May on the back 9. Tiger birdied the final 2 holes to force a playoff, where both players replayed the final 3 holes. Tiger sank a huge birdie putt on the first hole, and followed it up with an iconic finger point celebration. He maintained his 1-stroke lead through 17 and 18, and claimed his 3rd major trophy of the year. As for Scottie, he continued to put up incredible performances during the summer. He won both the Memorial Tournament and the Travelers Championship in June, pushing him to 6 wins in the season. But unfortunately, his success didn't translate to the major stage. He finished 7th and 8th at the PGA and Open Championships respectively, and then had an abysmal performance at the US Open, finishing tied for 41st with a score of +8. But Scheffler was still the favorite heading into the 2024 Olympics, eager to cement himself as the world's best golfer. And although Scottie put up 3 solid sub-70 rounds in the board, he was well back of the lead heading into the final round. But on Sunday, Scottie put together a brilliant round, shooting a 9 under 62 to complete a 5-stroke comeback and win the gold medal. It was his 7th unofficial win of the year, and he did so with yet another remarkable comeback. Back to 2000, as Tiger continued to dominate the tail end of the season, he won his 8th tour event just a week after the PGA Championships, and then claimed his 9th victory at the Canadian Open in September. This was the most wins on tour in a season of any player in the modern era, breaking his previous record of 8 that Tiger set the year prior. He headed into the Tour Championships as the heavy favorite, looking to add a 10th title to his already incredible year. Tiger took control early and led by 1 after 3 rounds, but for the first time since his rookie season, Woods was unable to hold on for the win, as he was outpaced by Phil Mickelson and finished 2 strokes behind. Tiger's 2000 campaign was still the most dominant stretch of golf anyone had ever seen from a player, he doubled the next closest player in prize money, broke every single individual scoring record and advanced metric possible, and even went on to win a 4th straight major at the Masters in 2001. This historic achievement was named the Tiger Slam, and is still yet to be accomplished by any other player to this day. And yet, Scottie Scheffler's 2024 campaign is just as incredible. His impressive play secured him the top seed for the Tour Championships this past weekend, and he dominated once again. Scottie picked up his 8th win of the season in an extremely convincing fashion, netting him a total of $35 million in prize money in just 8 months, which just shows how incredible Scottie is when he's on his game. While he can't match Tiger's 2000 season in raw stats, Scottie Scheffler is still having one of the best years in golf history. He's winning at a rate that's almost unheard of, and he's doing it at a time where the PGA Tour is the deepest and most talented it has ever been. But there's a reason for that, and it's because of this man, Tiger Woods. His incredible run in 2000 is still the pinnacle of golfing excellence. His talent, hard work, and unwavering mindset propelled him to the top of the sport, and he single-handedly inspired an entire generation of golfers. One of these golfers was Scottie Scheffler. And now, just 24 years after Tiger's historic season, Scottie Scheffler is the first man to come close. He's been the best player in the world for 3 consecutive seasons, and at just 28 years old, he has more than enough time to cement his legacy alongside Tiger. So, whose season was truly better? Well, if you look at the stats, the accolades, and the impact it had on the game, Tiger Woods' 2000 season still stands unchallenged. But honestly, who cares? Scottie Scheffler is dominating at a level only the GOAT himself has reached, and he looks to be just getting started. All we can do is appreciate the quality of golf we're getting, because it only takes a moment for it to all slip away.